Well, hello YouTube, and welcome back to Retired for Life. What a mess. So, day after the big storm, we got lots of snow and then rain last night. Now, I did kind of a preemptive strike, and I was out with the snowblower last night on the back of the Kubota before things got wet, to get a good deal of the snow out of the way, and now it's quite wet. So we've got a little bit of shoveling that we're going to do, clear away the entranceways, go down and check the end of the driveway, which is going to be slushed in because the plows would have been by now, I hope. Looks like they were. All right, let's get the tractor running and go do some clearing. All right, guys, we have the tractor out. Let's go down and clean off the end of that driveway. It is a wet, sloppy mess out here. So what I'm going to do here is get in the Jeep and run it back and forth along here and pack down what's here, because there is no base. And that made it a little bit tricky with the snowblower yesterday. I had to be pretty careful. So I want to try to get a base back. So we'll get this all packed down, what's left here. And we're supposed to get some freezing temperatures in a couple of days. So hopefully that will turn into a decent base there that way. So we'll just get things cleared up around the doorways and stuff, and we'll be good to go. Well, I think that'll be it for cleaning up. What a sloppy mess out here. Wow. A suggestion to you folks with a snowblower that's got a chain drive like this, and even for any of these snowblowers, you get done a day dealing with wet snow, pretty much any snow. Make sure you clean out the inside. Get things cleaned out around the chain. You don't want that freezing up on you, because boy, that could come back and bite you. Now, I actually leave this guard open. I'm not back here sticking my fingers in it. I can't get off the seat without the tractor shutting off if the PTO is engaged. So I'm quite comfortable with just leaving that open and letting it throw the snow out. As with it closed, it was just packing the snow in there really tight. So the other thing I do is I lubricate that chain with winter chainsaw chain oil, and that seems to work really well. Doesn't freeze up, does a nice job. What a sloppy mess. Our winters are really getting messy. Okay, folks, so we are back looking at this step for the lower entrance, and this is basically where we left off. Now, the concern I had after putting this in place and fooling around with it a couple of times was that this step isn't deep enough for that entranceway. So we ended up with a step that is about 9 inches wide. But because we're stepping down into that entranceway, and it's just a single step, and sometimes it will probably be dark, you're coming in at night, I decided, well, maybe that's not the best thing. I think maybe I need to make this a deeper step. So we're going to add this 3-inch piece to it. So that'll give us a depth or a width of step of 12 inches. And I think that's going to be much safer. So what I need to do today is I've got this already all planed up and ready to go. So I need to get this glued to the back of this step. So I am just dry fitted here. Take these pieces out of the way. That is a good fit. It's a really good fit. There we go. All right, so between the glue and the screws I'm going to put in it, that should hold it quite firmly. All right, let's get our holes drilled first here. Well, I think I'll drill through as far as I can, then drop the screws in the hole and run the screws through. Then I can pick up and drill from the other side, because the screw will give me the marking for it. Okay, there's some 3.5-inch screws. And you can see that's sticking through. So now I can pick up that hole location. All right, I can see my screw holes sticking through there. All right, guys, there's my holes. Now we're going to get this set up and ready for glue. All right, folks, I've been inside, picked up our glue. So, as I have mentioned before, I am no expert with this stuff. Working with wood is something new to me. I'll start with it laying down flat. This is the bottom, so if there's a little step in here, I don't really care about that. That's not an issue. So we'll put our glue on, lay it down flat, get our pieces in place. Get our clamps on and put our screws in. I want to put a little piece of paper towel down on top of my sticks here so they don't get glued. Spread this out. One of the things I noticed about working with glue is when you go to clamp it up, glue also works like a grease, and things want to slip around on you. Well, yeah, that looks good. We're sticking up a little bit there, but that's kind of what we want. Okay, there's our 12-inch wide step. Don't confuse me with somebody who knows what he's doing. As I have said many times on this channel, It's a learn as you go experience. And that's good. I enjoy that. It makes it interesting. And I'm pleased with this. It looks good. We're going to let that sit and dry overnight. And then tomorrow, I'm going to run it through the planer and smooth it up. So we got a nice smooth finish on it. We'll see how it looks. All right, so that's going to be it for today's video, folks. We've had a little bit of fun out in the slush, and we got a little bit of work done here in the shop. So let me know what you think about this and my woodworking skills. If I made any mistakes here as I've been going along with this step, it has been interesting, but I don't have a lot of things to refer back to in past experience. As I've said before, I was a general machinist, a welder, and a millwright. So lots of experience with steel, very little with wood. But that's what makes it interesting. All right, folks. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to stay safe out there, have fun, be good to each other, and we'll see you out on the trails the next time.